In today's video, we'll be looking at Commander and Padawan Ahsoka Tano expansion for Star Wars Legion. In this box, you'll get both the Commander and Padawan version of Ahsoka Tano, and it says Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano joins the battlefield in Star Wars Legion, providing two ways for players to use them in their force. Players can field Ahsoka Tano to lead their Republic force as a commander unit. Alternatively, players can add Ahsoka Tano directly to a single clone unit as a squad leader upgrade, adding extra power to a key unit in their army. The box contains 2 plastic miniatures, 5 cards, 1 token sheet and 1 insert sheet. Let's open up the box and see what you get inside. So first off, you have the sprue, and you get a lovely bit of card that divides the sprue and the tokens and things. So we have another one of these pieces with the QR code for how to build it, an example of the 2 miniatures that are built, and then just some advertisement stuff on the back. So that is that one. You'll also have the cards and the token sheet. So the cards have all the different languages, which is why you'll have multiples of different cards. And then you've got the command tokens on the token sheet. So it looks like you've got the English version where she has jump, associate Anakin, so you can field her as well as Anakin and Rex, because as long as she's fielded with Anakin, she doesn't take up a force slot. Deflect, immune to pierce, independent recover, which is quite nice, meaning that she can get back her force powers because she doesn't have mastery of the force. Scout 1 and Shien Mastery, which Shien Mastery is really cool with the pinging back of multiple damage when she defends. And then her actual lightsaber is 3 white and 5 black. She will surge to crit and rolls red defense dice. She also has impact 2 and pierce 1, which is quite nice, and that speed 3 is going to be really helpful. And then you have her upgrade version, which gives the unit block, charge and independent dodge. And then she gives them critical 1, impact 2 and pierce 1 in melee with 2 white dice and 2 black dice, all for just 35 points, which I think is really good. Then you have the command cards for her. So you have You Are Beaten, where Ahsoka Tano gains charge this round. If she defeats 1 or more enemy units this round, she can make up to 2 attack actions and may make a free move action during her activation this round. When Ahsoka Tano attacks an enemy unit with a melee attack this round, after that attack is resolved, the defending unit may make a free move action and can withdraw with that action. She also gets I Go Where I'm Needed, which activates 3 units. Ahsoka Tano may make a speed 3 move this round. Ahsoka Tano gains Guardian 3 and Disengage. Her courage becomes a total of 3 because it increases it by 1. She treats her maximum speed as 1 though, and her maximum speed cannot be increased. But it's quite cool that she can gain Guardian and defend her fellow troopers. You then have Revenge is Not the Jedi Way, which is the 4 pip, which when building the command hand it is treated as a 2 pip. Ahsoka Tano gains 3 dodge tokens, and additionally Ahsoka Tano gains Jokai Mastery instead of Shien Mastery. So a little bit of versatility there. And then the other versions, as mentioned before, are just all the different languages. So you can potentially use these cards for the back, or to support other cards that you need to print and play the game at the moment, which I find quite useful. You also get 2 bases for the 2 versions of her. So the Padawan and Commander version, and then we'll have a look at the sprue, which is probably what you guys are all waiting to actually see. So we have the pieces for the Padawan Ahsoka, with the single lightsaber with her arm outstretched, which looks really good and a really dynamic pose. And then you have her Commander version, which you probably remember if you watched the Clone Wars version of her on Mandalore. And this is showing her a little bit more grown up with the dual sabers, and you can stand her on a bit of a ruined separatist ship, which that looks really nice. There's some really lovely little details of the sort of indents on or pattern on her tunic, along with her on her head for the markings. So that's going to be a lot of fun for me to paint up. So we will get that all built up, and we'll then bring it back to the table so that you can have a look at what these guys look like built. And this is what they look like put together. So we have the Padawan version, where you can see that she has the lightsaber and is running across the battlefield. So this is the one that you would have joining your units, and then enhancing them and giving them the charge and the block. You then have the Commander version with this nice power pose with the 2 lightsabers, and she's standing on that lovely little piece of separatist downed ship, and then you can see all her robes and everything. Really nice sculpt with some lovely detail around the head, and the pattern on her like clothing and things is all included, as well as the armor plates, which I really liked. Both of these models were reasonably easy to put together, so they weren't too much of a problem. Just be careful with the lightsabers, they are a little bit thin, so you could snap them while you're building. But other than that, they were absolutely lovely to put together, and the assembly instructions were really helpful. So that is the Ahsoka Tano, Padawan and Commander expansion for Star Wars Legion. We'll catch you next time. Bye!